Welcome back, guys, to Got Game Gamers. This is our new segment based around Blizzard's Summer Challenges, and this week's challenge was Black Temple. We're going to show you our run through Black Temple, boss mechanics, and certain loot you can look forward to.
Alright, so that first little clip was showing you the entrance to Black Temple. It's in the east part of Shadow Moon Valley. You just need to sneak through that little crack on the wall, and then you're in Black Temple. Now, this was originally a 40-man raid for level 70s during the Burning Crusade. And this was the last piece of content released before Wrath of the Lich King. Now, we're coming up with the first boss right now, High Warlord Najint. Now, this boss really only has one special mechanic to it, which makes it really tricky if you're trying to solo him. Now, what he's going to do, he is going to impale one member of your team, like you see right there. Nice spike going through my warrior's chest.
That's me.
Yeah, that's him. And he will be impaled for about 20 seconds, or you can have a party member right-click it and remove it instantly. Now, you need to keep those spikes because he has another ability that's going to pop up in a second, right about now. And that shield is going to reduce all damage that he takes, but if you use the spike that you collected from saving your teammate, it's going to destroy that bubble and you're going to be able to DPS him normally.
Now, this boss, he does take quite a while to kill just because he has a lot of health. For one tank and one DPS, it's going to take you a little bit, but not as long as it would normally take for a regular raid.
Now, realistically, most people do not try to attempt Black Temple. We just did it because we had a pretty good configuration between our two tunes, but we did run into snags with the limitations of having only 2 people in our group. So suggested should be at least 3. 4 is a much safer bet. Now, this room is pretty simple. You can run past all the mobs basically. Supremus. Now, this boss is kind of interesting. You really can't see him, anything but his feet, because your camera view really restricts you on his sheer size. And it really goes to show you, if you don't have any original ideas, you can always blow it up 1,000 times and it looks just as cool as a new idea. Now, one of his abilities, he will summon a volcano near his feet, and it will shoot blue flames out of it. And if you go near it, it'll shoot you back, dealing damage. Now, really, none of these damages are significant if you are 85, but they are pretty devastating at level 70. Now, he also has an ability, a lot of raid groups try to kite him around, so if you are a caster trying to solo this fight, you have to make sure you stay within a certain distance of him, or he will teleport you to him. Now, that axe just dropped, and Keith, the warrior over there, his heart stopped because he thought it was the coolest axe in the world.
Okay, honestly, I thought it was the coolest axe I'd ever seen until I control-clicked it. It sounded like a good name, it looked good, and then I turned my character sideways when I had it in the portrait, and it really was the ugliest axe I have ever seen. I apologize for that mistake.
A lot of the skins that were made in Burning Crusade were hit or miss. They were either fantastic or butt ugly, and that was an example of butt ugly. Now, for this next boss, most of it is ads, and that is going to be the biggest challenge for sure. Boss really doesn't have any special mechanics. He really doesn't do much damage. It's just the ads. Now, to start the boss, you need to talk to Aran over there, and he's going to start the encounter by channeling the Shade of Akama. Now, what you have to do is you have to kill the channelers first, and then that is going to activate the boss. He is going to start walking down the steps and going to summon many ads. Now, these ads are going to be your biggest challenge. They can easily overwhelm you if you don't take care of them, and the Shade of Akama is going to attack the actual Akama, channeling him. So you have to keep Akama alive while killing the Shade of Akama, and that's the trick. You have to balance the DPS between the Shade and the ads.
Now, at level 85, you really don't have to worry about anything aside from Aran dying if you don't tank the boss.
Now, we got shitty loot. I mean, we didn't get the best loot this run, to tell you the truth. Most of these ads are avoidable. Some of them are positions, so you have to fight them, which isn't such a bad thing, because there are many very popular drops that come off of many of these mobs, And in an early run, I actually got the Illidary Shield, so I was pretty impressed about that.
One more thing about the trash is a lot of these trash have Nether Weave on them, and if you check your auction house, either faction, normally it'll sell for a good amount, and this is just an easy way to collect some.
And not just for drops for gold. Each of these bosses drop 250 gold. So if you duel with 2 people, that's 125 a boss. So we made a solid. What does that make? Almost close to 500 gold a pop.
Here comes our grade school math, right?
Yeah, I probably failed that one. So.
Geniuses.
Right. Now we're on Terran Gorefiend. Now this boss is probably one of the coolest mechanics. What he's gonna do is he's gonna put a debuff on one of your party members, and after about 50 seconds, that partner is going to turn into a ghost with a whole new set of abilities on his taskbar. And these abilities are designed because when you turn into that ghost, 4 ads are going to spawn around Gorefiend. And those abilities, there is an AoE Shackle, there's a Slow, and there's a Blizzard. And as that spirit, you need to kill those ads. That's your job. And what happens after a certain amount of time when you're in ghost form, I won't surprise it. You guys will see it in a few seconds. Just wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
Personally, my favorite part.
There! It instantly kills you no matter how much health you have left. One of those great mechanics they had. Now, which led me, the tank, no DPS, to finish off the boss by myself. Now, I will admit, my back did get a little bit sore during this fight carrying the rest of my team, but you know what, that's alright, that's what friends are for. Now we're just going to finish down this boss, get our loot, and that is the first half of our Black Temple raid guide.
Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to us, and leave us a comment, good or bad, telling us what you would like to see next. Thanks again from Got Game Gamers.